Wholly the cog in our selfish machinery, the blue-bagged eyes of the minimum wage Walmart cashier, the tenements in one of America's richest cities, full of roaches and sunken children waiting to accidentally reproduce, while around the corner, crisp black suits sit with thin women on the concrete side of a crystal blue bleached pool, and the college student runs through the ghetto afraid to be raped on his way to ramen dinner. Wholly the family dispersed, the concerned parent who watched the evening news Hegemony, a roller coaster headed into a granite oblivion, the children bright yellow and blue caged birds tweeting, and soon covered in oil and freshly hatched they smolder and twitch, dying on the cage's bottom, smeared in their own shit, and their society's byproducts cement their wings' feathers together. Soon to bloom into adulthood void of any ideology but stiff and mechanical politics. Utilitarians with blonde hair and iron pants, growing up with such destitute naivety and fragility, the mad tenuousness of the state of our frigid world, wholly the false sense of sanctimony in the suburbs, wholly the peaceful lack of morality, wholly the cameraman filming a distant and obscure war paid by Fox to trail through the dirt, aiming to cut anything that contradicts an arrogant and ignorant sense of American pride, leaving carefully out of the frame, a few feet to the left of our smiling soldiers, the dead civilians, burned villages, trail of destruction and dehumanization, soullessness left in our country's liberating wake. Wholly the rape of democracy, the burning of aspiration, the majority so caught in the viciousness of supporting a useless everyday cycle that it can't see through the material wall to any outside meaning beyond this month's salary. Wholly the peaceful arrangement of atoms dexterously stacked in a hidden nuclear annihilation, unthinkable, the contempt understood only as an excuse to destroy an imagined enemy. Wholly the overexposed footage of the idealistic journalist rejected, thrown in the street and scoffed at, the overexposed footage of an incomprehensible beauty, of the bright electric blue of firefight flares as they fall through the dense tree line in the monochromatic night, punctuated briefly by bursts of yellow-orange, which illuminate the hiding faces of dead bodies and rising smoke, trying to present some semblance of beauty instead of providing indulgence in a violent surrealism. Wholly the reams of children growing up on different poles of the universe raised for economics, entertainment, further distorting and twisting our already wet-rag minds, in a nation where silence is golden, teeth and jaw wired. Bombs on CBS cameraman who films only the prettiest sparks on the bonfire of hell. Bombs on the unwitnessed Afghan child who dances through the shrapnel and whimsy. Bombs on the corporate sponsors selling you antidepressants and Viagra, hamburger helper, credit reports. Bombs on the furniture whose plasma screens relay this into oblivion. Bombs on the citizens who watches vacant and believes himself victorious. Bombs on the glasses through which he watches, from which he guzzles. Bombs on the babies kissed by presidents and molested by NAMBLA priests. Bombs on the blowjobs in the green room before the primetime hour. Bombs on Larry King's desecrated penis, on Colbert's cynicism, on Beck's asshole. Bombs on the war dust whose golden hour of beauty brings clusterfucks and shit shows. The youth arrogant cynics, yet content themselves to pixelated versions of the truth, and ignorantly accept it as a facet of existence. The cable news catering to an infantile audience's want for indulgence in violent unreality. Implications of devout fanaticism, the worship of national pride and ambiguity, plotting a peaceful resolution, a pacifist overthrow of our ad hoc Senate, imagining hands together of the lower classes, without realizing the issues or any relevant versions of the non-delusional reality or knowledge that the lower classes aren't picketing the Capitol. They're trying to hold their children above the grasp of drugs, wars, and trying to hold their sanity in the midst of an economic meltdown. We all have ourselves convinced that we are the revolutionaries in an era of downrotten ethics and moral oblivion, when in reality we are just as drugged and immoral as any by ignoring the truth, layer upon layer of gray space, covering, outsourcing, and cheap labor, and hopeless.